let's jump straight to volatility 10. So there are two of them, 10 1S or 10 index, any of them. So let me check 10 1S. First, this is a 24 hour, 24 24 time frame, hour time frame. Um, as I said, to be able to understand this derived volatility pairs, you must always be using the MT5 to track the bigger picture. Okay. So, but with what we can see on the derive right now, this is the daily time frame, and this should be enough even for us to trade as day traders. Okay. So with this daily time frame, first step. So what is the first step? Can anyone tell me the first step we are supposed to do?
We'll determine who is in control of the market.
And the
That's the
second
first
step,
step. We'll draw our zone.
we do what?
We'll draw our zone. No, the second step.
Second step.
Our second step is area of interest or value.
Yeah, area of interest. Good. And the third step,
Entry signal.
entry signal. Good. I
So
thought today we had a program called Beyond the Pulpit at church. So I taught the same steps. Within 20 minutes, I presented this at church. I only got to the second step. I couldn't even get to the third step, and the time was up. But it's fine. So, yes. So, in to get to do the first step, we
so don't
must
delay so that time should not cut off. Just things we already know, you just be
we
reminding
must
and
we
we
must determine who is in control. So, real quick, who is in control in this market? I don't want to say it.
buyers are in control. It's an uptrend.
Good. So, if buyers are in control, then what do you do now? You need to look for area of what? Interest.
Area of interest.
Good. So what is the most important area of interest for this chart as we are looking at it?
Mm.
So that's the fix.
This
Mhm.
okay. Okay.
So for me, as where I
Mm-hmm.
sit right now, I can see. So for the key here is where have you seen multiple reactions? Which
Mm-hmm.
zone do you see the most reactions? I can see here.
Mm-hmm.
I can see here too, and here. At
Mm-hmm.
least there is three important reactions. Like the market from down, touch here, it drops.
Mm-hmm.
Goes back here, it drops small. Touch
Mm-hmm.
the same area here, it drops big.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see this area for now as
Mm-hmm.
a strong area. Okay, somewhere here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what does this mean? Now, market goes up because it's bullish. It hit the same zone or area here, drops down a little bit, hit it, stay in it, broke above it, broke above it, utilized it as support, and it moved up. Do you all see that?
Yes, sir.
Good. So, very easy. This becomes the key level. Okay. But
Mm-hmm.
we want to refine it to become very small as possible. So I could pull it up a little bit because I'm looking for PSR. And what is PSR? PSR is the point that the market used as both support and resistance. So I can see when the market went above to here, it came back and dropped exactly to this point
Mm-hmm.
before going up. And that
Mm-hmm.
point matches with the top or the tip part here with this point.
Mm-hmm.
So that when I refine the zone or make it smaller, it's I can have something like this, exact point. Okay. So the zone is bigger like this,
Mm-hmm.
but the zone is big, but you can make it seem look very okay. So you can make it very small like this. This is what I would do personally. And I will be monitoring to see if price will get into it. And if it gets here, what will be the reaction? So it is the reaction that will happen here that will tell me if this zone is really going to be strong as a PSR or not. Just because you mark the zone doesn't mean when the market gets here, you should just click buy because it is bullish. No, you must watch what happens here. So at this area, if we are to be buying from here, because overall the trend is bullish, as Miss Patience said, then when it gets here, you must be looking for what? A morning star or rejections, bullish engulfing, or head and shoulder pattern from here. So though the market could break through to come down a little bit because the zone in itself is a little bit wider than the way we refine it to make it smaller. It could break
Mm-hmm.
down into this zone. Okay, it could break down more into this zone. But as long as it will push up again and stay above this place, based on the activity we saw here as the buyers stepping in to push market from here upward, based on that knowledge, if it hits here and even goes down, as long as it will come up above here and above stays above this point, I will enter buy or I will buy. Provided I see morning star formations and or double bottom,
Correlation.
triple bottom, or head and shoulder pattern, reversal patterns. Does the process look okay now?
Yes, sir.
Does it? So that's all I'll look for. So you must understand that the zone is much bigger, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But we
Mm-hmm.
just refined it so that we can get a PSR, okay? We can get the touch for the support sellers and the touch for the buyers. That is what we call PSR. But this whole zone, okay, is a key level or can be called support zone. Okay, this whole zone can be called support zone. Okay, so the support zone has not really been tested. The resistance zone has not really been tested for support yet. We only got a small pullback here and price moved up, which is going to be our first PSR. Okay, so we might get price coming down to this point, maybe here, somewhere here. Price might drop back to here. If it moves away or buys from here, then this point will become another PSR. Do you understand that? Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because exactly this point, there was a drop from here, sellers from here, exactly this point. Look at where my arrow, I will put a circle here. Here, exactly this point, sellers push price down. But we have not seen price come back to that same point yet, though it is part of the whole resistance zone. because the resistance zone is where we got this touch, and this touch. These three touches makes the zone, but we've just refined it to get this PSR, and then we can get another PSR down here. And see here, a hit, drop, move above, drop on it, and boom, moves up. So this area where this line is can also be said to even be an internal PSR. Do you see this? Do you see here?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see this place?
Yes, sir.
Good. You see price hit it and drops down, but it goes above it and drop back to sit on the line and moved up. This is what we call PSR. It hit it, drops as a resistance, broke above, sat on it as support, and goes up. So PSR is a point or a level or a price that the market uses as both support and resistance. And if you get a touch there for like three times, two as resistance, one as support, one as resistance, one as support, is enough for you to call it a PSR. Okay. And what you should be looking for is wait for price to come there and then see the reaction. Okay. So if it comes there and there is a reaction, let's say it comes here, price starts rejecting. Rejecting doesn't mean you should now buy. You must see rejection. It must constantly stay above this level before you let's say you put a buy limit exactly here. But the market gets here and picks up your order and start going up, which means rejecting. It must keep going up, or even if it drops, it must stay above here for you to hold the buy. The moment you see it breaking below it, don't hold. Okay? Don't hold. You incur more losses. The normal psychology will tell you put your stop loss below the zone, but I am telling you don't. Okay? You might incur more losses. It's better to close and then wait. Okay? Wait, because this at this area, all you are looking for is morning star, head and a shoulder pattern, bullish head and a shoulder, double bottom. So it might hit here, go up, drop down, move up again, drop down, move up, and create a head and a shoulder before finally taking off. But what I'm assuring you with this is that before this market will finally buy, the bigger move will always take off from this exact point. No matter the consolidation or ranging it does, moving down it, moving above it, coming down, it will touch it for the last time before it does the big move. Okay, so back test it and see. When you get a perfect and a stronger PSR, the market will always use it before it goes up or goes down. And so, and what is the insight also here? If the market stays below here, what do you do? It's a sell. Why is it a sell? Because in the past, the market sold from this point down. Okay, so though this is an uptrend, what if the market doesn't want to be in an uptrend again? That's why I said the information we have here might not be enough. So you might want to check the MT5 to see the real information from monthly or weekly. Then you can map that to what you are seeing here. Okay, I don't see I am not looking at the MT5, so I cannot tell because the market might want to change the trend to a bearish trend, which means it can come here, it can go up, it can come here, it can use here and sell and not buy again. Do you guys get what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So, with the concept of the PSR, you buy above the PSR and you sell below the PSR. Okay. So, I'm not saying if it goes below, just jump on sell because there was a sell here. No. To sell, you must confirm that the context surrounding price from up here, the context from up here before price gets here and stays below here must be bearish. You should be seeing a bearish structure and you should see a clear break of structure. For example, if the last important low that gave this new high, let's say if it is here, is it here? Is it this point? Can you say this
Mm-hmm.
point is the last important low that gave this high? Maybe yes, maybe not. Or is it here? Is it here or here? Or is it here? Okay, there's a low here and there's a high. So if let's say you are taking it as here, then what can we say? Price drops to break this low. It is a sign of a break of what structure. Price goes back to retest. What does this place mean? There are buyers here that push price up. Then price comes down to crash those buyers. The market moves up, hit those buyers here, doesn't activate the buying energy to push price up again. Rather, it uses this place to fall, meaning this exact point is being used as a support and resistance. This point here is an internal PSR. This is how you get PSR. So we have PSRs here within this key level. We have another PSR inside here. But we can call what is happening here a break of what structure if we are seeing this low as the important reference low. If
So
this
why do
is,
we call it internal PSR when it is on the same time frame?
I'm calling this internal because this is mostly more of at the early stage. You know, price is now trying to tell us if it wants to reverse or not. Okay. And me in particular, I don't really trust this area as an external low. Why? Because the move from down here to the top has been moving on a straight line. We don't have any important retracement yet. Okay, so price
Mm-hmm.
can break this low. You might see it as a break of structure. Yes, it is, and sell. But if it doesn't drop to take this low out, the bullish trend could still be intact.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh. If price was to sell to a point, let's say here, and did a major retracement or pullback, then we could have a lower high here. If we got a major retracement before it moved up to make the higher high, then this could have been um, the maybe an important reference low. Okay, so though this is an important low and there is a break of structure, I'm seeing this as an internal structure. Okay, and my
Yes, sir.
external low is, you have a question?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
I just want to know what is a valid break of structure and invalid break of structure.
good. So maybe the word I use might should confuse you, but um, in a perfect market, okay, if this is an external low, okay, and this is an external high, this point is the external high. External high. Why am I saying external? External because we got we got this low made the move from here kept going till it stopped here. And from here, we are getting an a valid or important pullback. This pullback is long enough, okay? It's long enough. But from here, though we are getting a move down, a move down, a move down, a move down, these
Mm-hmm.
pullbacks are short-term pullbacks. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
actually, what
Understood.
I call an important pullback, if you measure on the fib, you should get anything 50% or 61.8%. That's a major pullback. 50% retracement or 61.8%. You might even call 38% a major pullback. But important pullbacks should be 50%, 61.8, 78.6, or more. As price was moving from down here up, do you see any major pullback yet? No.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Oh,
it could be that this expansion that started from below here to the top here, it could be that price now wants to make a major pullback. So what do you do? On your fib, if you measure like this, an important pullback is a pullback that should take us to either 50% or 61.8 or 78.6. Do you
Mm-hmm.
get it? Therefore,
yeah,
if price is to drop to 50 or 61 or 78, it is now making a lower high and it could have the possibility to go up and make a higher high.
Okay.
Do you get the point? So with this in mind, would you call this low a valid break of structure? No.
Mm.
Do you get the point?
Yes.
yeah,
With this kind of anticipation or market, if it's going to do this, this will not be a valid break of structure. This is going to be an internal break of structure, giving us a bearish move for the retracement. You get that? That's
yeah.
why I'm saying, but if, let's say, let me use here as an example. When the market got to from this low, when it got to this high here, when it got to this high here, look at the pullback it made. Uh,
78.
yes, 61.78%. This is a major and a valid pullback. From this pullback,
Mm-hmm.
what did it do? It took out the previous high and made a new high. Okay, so from this here to the top here, all we can expect is price should now come back and make a new either 50%, 61.8 or
Mm-hmm.
78.6% pullback. Okay, if it now comes
Mm-hmm.
to make this pullback and goes up and maybe fails to swing, fails to make a new high, and then drops back to crash this low, then we can say there is an external or a valid break of structure or change of direction. Do you get the point?
Mm-hmm.
Do you get the point?
Yes, sir.
So anytime price has been moving for a long time and has not made any 50%, 61.8, 78.6 retracement yet, you should expect that to happen, especially
Mm.
if it moves and takes a new high out or a previous low out. So that is it for what I would do. So with this analogy, I can expect that this pair might be trying to make a pullback to the downside to either 50% area here or more deeper discount. With that said, I will call this area as preparing for the pullback. Okay. And with this internal PSR we have here, what I will say is sell below this PSR, sell below this PSR and buy above it. This should give us a place to start our analysis with. So with this, and we also have a previous low here that buyers have engaged. Buyers take the price from here up, price comes there, they take it up again. We want to see what will happen if price gets here again. So with this PSR up here and PSR or support down here, this support is not a PSR yet. Price should
Mhm.
break below and use it as resistance to drop before we can call it a PSR. Okay, it's not yet. So, but with this support here and this PSR here, we can now scale to 8 hour lower time frame to see what is happening. Okay, so you want to buy above this support and you want to sell if price stays below it. But with what we are seeing, I will lean towards selling if price comes up to retest and stay below here rather than buying because it looks like we are expecting a pullback to the downside. Are you guys getting my point? Though the
Mhm. Yeah.
trend is bullish, it looks like price is making a way to do a pullback. Okay, the trend is bullish, but price is trying to do a pullback. If the bigger trend is bullish, you don't want to be buying at premium because when we use the FIP to measure from this point to the top here, anything above 50% here is premium and
Mhm.
anything below it is discount. You want to be buying at discount, not inside premium. Okay, that doesn't mean the market will come to discount anytime soon. So you have to wait. You might want to wait. If you can't wait, you leave it, leave the pair. But if you still want to trade, you can trade using these internal PSRs to trade. But know that you are trading at risky point. Okay, you are trading at risky point. So 8 hour, nothing much. Our PSR is intact. 4 hour, we go to 4 hour. Yes, we still have our PSR intact there. We have this internal. So on the 4 hour, I can identify this internal area here that price has bought from. So you can now see internal and external PSR or internal and
Mhm.
external levels. Okay, this inside this area, as we are analyzing here, this area can become external PSR, and this one could also become external. But the one we have here in the middle here will be internal. Okay, so being internal will not make it more stronger. The externals will be more stronger than the internal. So what do we see here? There was a reaction, buy up, drop, buy. Now the market is now crashing the buyers. Okay, so what does this mean? Anything below the buyers should be sells. Am I making sense?
Mhm.
Anything below these buyers here should be sellers, which means
Mhm.
if the market succeeds in closing below these internal buyers, sellers are in charge from here. The fact that there is a close below here doesn't mean it will keep selling, selling. Once it gets to somewhere, maybe here, somewhere here, anything in between here, anything in between this zone here, there might be a reaction because buyers are here. Okay. If there is no reaction, good news. That's why you want to wait to see the reaction. So this is 4 hour. Then you can still move to 30 minutes. You move to 30 minutes, okay, to see what is happening. On 30 minutes, nothing much. Okay, so you see on the 30 minutes, you can now see clearly that this level has bias because on 30 minutes, price hit there and there was a reaction up. Then it crashes it and price moves up a little bit, drops below, and it looks like we are getting a retest of the zone and price is trying to drop, which means This area is playing as a PSR on the 30 minutes, but on the 4 hour, we can't see that. So you must be going through the after marking from the higher time frame, let's say 4 hour daily, 8 hour, you should be going through 30 minutes, 1 hour, 15 minutes to see if the same level is being used as support and resistance. That is what makes that level strong. Okay. If price just walks through it and doesn't go back to use it as support or resistance, it doesn't make the place strong. Okay. So still, price looks to be below this bias, meaning there is opportunity for more sellers up to this point. Why did I put a line here? I put a line here because exactly this point, buyers push the price up. Price now came below the buyers here, meaning sellers should be in control from this red line and below. Then a price moves up again, drops, and uses this where the red line is this exact point to buy, which means if price gets is able to get to this point, we should observe what will happen. If there is a reaction, fine. If there is not a reaction, we should see what price will do in the next external level, which is down here. Okay, if it gets here and there is a reaction, good. If there is a reaction from here, where do you think price should get to? It should go back to retest this point. This is the next important area. Okay, we crash the buyers, it should come and use them for power to sell. If it gets here and it does not sell and it stays above it, it's a buy. Are you guys getting the concept?
Yeah, following.
Yes,
Got your
if
mark.
if it gets here and does not stay below it to sell and it goes above it with bullish momentum, okay, it is a buy. And a buy toward the next external PSR, which is this point, the entry. So if I want to take part of this market, I will want to wait for it at the entry here. I want to wait for price to come back up here to retest this entry, then I will sell. Okay, because it's
Yeah.
already moving. So I don't want to just jump on the trade in the middle. I want it to come back
Oh,
up here before I sell. So I'll wait. That's what I
yeah,
can
we can.
say. The other thing is if we are predicting that this area is going to be a strong area, we must see morning star, no, evening star or head and shoulder or double top. Okay, so what do I see now? From here, I can see a high, a low, something like a higher high.
Mm-hmm.
Price drops to take out this low, which is break of structure, kept going down. There should be an opportunity for price to come up to make a right shoulder. So I will expect that somewhere here before the bigger move. That's all for what I can say on this pair. We will have to do the last session to get quick updates on Euro USD, GBP USD, and the dollar index so that we will have something to look for the week. Any question? Have I applied the 3 steps?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's say the market now goes up and it gets here and it keeps going up. It means this area is getting defiled. If it keeps going up, we will want to wait for it to come here, see what will happen. If it stays above, buy. Okay. So you
Mm-hmm.
have marked the PSR and you are only waiting for the market to consistently stay below it or above it. That's your job. That's what you're looking for. Okay. But you want to trade according to the trend. Okay, so now we are seeing like something like a reversal. There's a likelihood for a bigger pullback after price has been buying for a long time. So the trend is bullish, but we are trying to trade the pullback for now. Do we get my point?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
Any more question? Any more question?
No, for now.
Okay. We can't do
Sorry to
volatility.
interrupt.
We
Can
can't
you
do volatility 10. We will move straight to the forex space for
Mm-hmm.
the last session.
have you done the step 500 already?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
we looked at step 500. No, we looked at it in the first session,
Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry. Then.
but it took my money away, so I'm afraid of it.
Yeah.
Now I fear
Mm-mm.
it. I
You know,
put
those
I
volatile
put
ones, I will not even touch. You people will just show or tell us if the
I
ones
put
that are
forty
volatile so
dollar,
that we should
forty
avoid.
dollar. The account was like going to over $100. By the time I got to church, the thing is gone. But it's fine.
Yes, sir.
You can make money easily on it, and it can also take from you. So you should expect
Mm-hmm.
that. And when you lose, it
Yes,
should
sir.
be okay. I'm listening.
Yeah. Can you explain a value order block, invalid order block? I just want to know. Yeah.
You want me to do what?
Explain
That
valid
you
order block.
that you should explain valid and invalid order blocks.
An order block.
Yeah.
Other blocks,
Yeah.
yes.
So an order block is an SMC concept. Order block is the last, let's say price has been selling, right? So let me go to 4 hour time frame on this